Hello. How is everyone doing on this fine day? So we streamed last night. It was just campaign last night. Invasion has been updated. You can apparently queue with 8 people now. Beforehand, you could only queue with 4. So, hopefully, we can get a decent-sized team for Invasion. We're going to start with a bit of campaign. Just a little bit of campaign, just while we wait for some people to sort of, come on in. Because the more people we have for Invasion team, the better. So, we're going to start off with a bit of campaign, just yap. Pretty laid back. And then, we will play some matchmaking. Hopefully Invasion. Maybe even some customs, but we'll see how things go, because we've got to have enough people to do customs, because if we don't have enough people, there's no point doing customs. I'm currently eating ice cream. Strawberry, it's just like normal vanilla ice cream, with some strawberry sauce and some chocolate sprinkles. It's quite delicious. No, it's basic, but I'm a fan. I like it. So I believe last night. God damn. I love this game. Last night we just beat Okro. We could go straight to the tower. I want to. I just feel like we're going to get absolutely destroyed. We could go capture that fob. Because that would reveal any upgrades in that area. And I think that would be a good idea, getting as many upgrades as possible. Oh, there is one over there, actually. Let's go and grab that real quick. Did I just hear an uncollected data log? I guess not. I feel like I'm schizo, dude. Anyway, how you doing, Kenzie? How you doing, CT? I don't like that sound. I do, because it's cool. Like, every time a phantom shows up, like, it's coming. But also, I don't like that sound. Nope. Running! It's an armor locker over there, isn't it? Yeah, we don't care about that. We have everything. My God. They want me so bad. I was going to say, that's just the edge we're approaching. So true, CT. What indeed. Okay, just sort of run past these guys. There it is. Beautiful. Right, we don't. Do we have enough for any upgrades? We don't. Okay. Ooh, we're already. Damn, we're actually not like super far off getting max upgrades for shields, and I feel like nothing has changed. Just trying to save Cayman's squad. So we can get as many valor points as possible, then at least we can sort of guarantee we can get decent weapons before going into main missions. I mean, we're not going to get that many valor points. We can get the AR. Soon we can get the Razorback. So I suppose taking Marines into a mission would be kind of useful. New save, or why is the full map unlocked? I don't have the full map unlocked. That's just the first area. I can't go to all those yet. But yes, new save. Despite the fact I've completed Infinite several times, I've never beat the game on Legendary. So I was like, I really need to do that before I do my retrospective.
UNSC distress signal intercepted. The squad's nearby.
Oh.
Hostile reinforcements inbound.
That's not good. That's not good. I have 2 close range weapons. Really bad idea.
You saved a lot of lives today.
Okay.
These Marines are
It's easy enough. Set a battle rifle. Do we just take these Marines with us? Where do we want to go? Should we go beat up, Briglord? Well, a full mark because the fob's fair. Yeah, I think we might go take down Briglord. I don't want to do Ransom Keep yet. Because I just feel like that's going to be not very fun at our current level. Just blow up this.
We're right behind you, Chief.
going for a ride.
Let's go.
That killed one of the Marines. That killed one of the Marines, dude. How? Where do I get up? Can I even get up? Yeah, well, I need to go way further down. Ugh. Oh, that's just the bridge up there. Okay. That makes sense, but I'm stupid. Oh my god, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Oh, what would make this easier is if I just fast travel back to there. The first time tackling Halo Infinite on Legendary is... I've beat the game so many times. I've done it on Heroic, I've done it on Normal. I've beat the entire game with just a plasma pistol. I've not done it on Legendary. Right. We can't even call in a Razorback yet, can we? I forgot about that. You're excited for the IRL Ultimates to exist with how the world is forming democratically. Absolutely. We love the Ultimates. I love how the new Ultimate comics are just like, what if we took the Ultimates but
Look at that place.
made them good?
The signal's coming from within that main structure. Somewhere up top. We're gonna need to find a way in.
We're not going in the tower yet. Hang on. I don't know why people say the Infinite campaign is bad. I liked it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, I really like Infinite's campaign. Yeah, I do agree. I do think the open world should have had more variety. I like the open world for what it is. It's not amazing, don't get me wrong. It's not the best open world I've ever experienced in a video game. But for the first open world Halo game, I don't mind it. I like the experience of of exploring an open Halo ring. I think it's cool. Well, let's Briglord.
Target eliminated. Now the crew.
Thought I died then. Where's this last guy? There's another one down here too. Are you where the Ravager shots are coming from, perchance? Nope. God knows then.
The smaller they are, the less they have to fall. I think that's
Infinite is easy on Legendary compared to others. It is, but it's not easy. Like, you can tell this is still a higher difficulty because you go down so quickly. However, because you do have things like the grapple shot, they definitely make some segments of the game feel like a breeze. Right, we've done almost all of the side stuff in this area. We just haven't done Ransom Keep. 100 Valor points. Hey. Oh, frag grenades, yeah, that's interesting. You get Valor points off the main missions, do you? Yeah, 350. Okay. Okay, gang, do we do Ransom Keep and then start the game night? Gang, you're not Freddy from Scooby-Doo, little bro. I could say chat, but then I just sound like generic streamer 57, dude. Not even 57, like 500,084. They'll never make me hate your Halo Infinite Open World campaign. Here's a tip for you for Infinite when dealing with Gravity Hammer Chieftains. Embrace only grapple and thruster you can predict. Don't worry, I know. I've played enough of the game, but thank you. Hey, lay off chat. They've done nothing wrong. Yeah, we'll do Ransom Keep and then we'll game night things up. Yeah, no, when I die, 9 times out of 10 it's just me being an idiot. As opposed to not knowing what I'm doing. Let's make sure I'm following out. I am. I want to get a mongoose, but we'll bring that one marine in with us.
Master Chief.
Ransom Keep. Well, yeah, you wouldn't get away a ransom. I would have liked the Halo's 2 banished stuff in Infinite. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I like the Phantom. I mean, it's a lot blockier than it is in Halo Wars, but it's pretty close to the Halo Wars version, all things considered. It has a similar silhouette. All the other vehicles are just Covenant vehicles, but painted red, and a little bit of additional armor. And I don't know if whether or not that's just like to try and keep them familiar, but like the Halo Wars 2 ones aren't that drastically different where you can't recognize what they are.
Salvage operation. What's our move?
Shut it down.
Ooh. Oh. Huh? Halo Wars 2 and Infinite's connected, that's why. I don't know if you're responding to me or someone else. But I know.
The Banished really want to protect their fuel silos.
Clearly,
So what are you going to do about it?
disappoint them.
Nice. You need to man.
I blew up. It's okay. I can finish my ice cream now. It's basically just... I did not think I was going to spawn up here. It's just ice cream soup now. Like, You can't see that because my hand's in the way. It's just basically just liquid at this point. I apologise for the spoon scraping against the bowl. I like ice cream, guys. I'm going as quick as I can. Delicious. I feel reinvigorated. Although that one thing, I did in Invasion where I denied the enemy bunch by hopping out and then grappling to it. Nice. Halo 7 needs playable brutes. I don't think it needs playable brutes. I would like playable brutes, but like I can live without them. You know. I'd very much appreciate it. I'd very much enjoy it. Does it need them? Not really. It's like our playable elites, right? Now.
Banished really want to protect their fuel silos.
I want playable elites to come back. I think they should come back. Do I think they need to?
You need to manually raise.
Not entirely. Stuff like that, like, is beneficial, I think, for a variety of reasons. One, expands customization. It's better for player expression. Two, it's better for, like, you know, I make machinimas, you know? Having playable elites, and hell, even playable brutes as an option would be great for machinima stuff, right? Because it opens the horizons for the stuff that I can do. I'm not just limited to Spartan characters, or needing to use banished armor to make, you know, elite or brute characters. So like, I want those things, but I also don't think it needs them. Like, realistically speaking, if the next Halo game doesn't have them, is it going to affect my enjoyment of it overall? Probably not. Am I going to enjoy it more if they're there? Yes. Am I going to enjoy it less if they're not? No.
Scan the area.
If Jaeger or Dominant as a skin is playable, it'll be cool. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it really broadens the horizons. Honestly, I'm surprised Infinite didn't, especially with it being like live service and having, like, you know, a shop that you can buy stuff from, because having playable elites, that seems like an easy moneymaker, because you can also add elite armor to the shop to make more money. Like, that would seem like something they'd want to do. So I'm surprised they didn't. But like, yeah, to say that I think the game needs playable elites, no, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, of course I would prefer it if they were there.
Raised. We know what to do now.
I'm not ready to die. Okay. Idea for invasion using UNSC FOB as a capture point to where capture it and can spawn weapons and marines. That'd be cool. Right. Okay. Okay. We're going to step up too far. Oh, poo. Take you down. Commando, hooray! Okay. Oh! Nice thumbnail, where'd you get it? Oh, I think there's this really, like, really cool Blender artist. The name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. Hiding currently. Infinite to me seems like a game they continue supporting for a little bit and then completely abandoned it to work on newer games. Mostly it's a small or Forge now. I disagree with that. I think some of the more recent updates for Infinite have been honestly more enjoyable than some of the ones we were getting earlier on in the game. Yes, maps, modes, Forge made. We've just had the Falcon and the Vestige Carbine. The update before that we had the Mutilator. The update before that we had the Fuel Rod Spanker. The update before that we had the MA5K. Like for the past few months, Infinite's been getting decent updates. Okay, they're not realistically to the same scale as the stuff we were getting in like Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, where we were getting sandbox editions, dev-made maps, etc, etc. But to say that the game feels abandoned, I think is unfair, because the updates we're getting now are still pretty good. And yeah, they are working on other games, so I'm pretty content with the content we're getting for Halo Infinite while they make those other games. It does not feel like Infinite has been abandoned. Does it get less than it should? Then I think it should. Yes, 100%. Do I think the game feels like it's a bit abandoned? No. I think Infinite's recent updates have been solid. They've had some solid updates. You know, I still enjoy the game. It gets on my nerves sometimes. Do not get me wrong. Sometimes this game is infuriating. How do you Moonlight? But I don't think that Infinite feels like it's been abandoned. The one area where it feels like it's been abandoned is in the marketing. The trailer for the most recent update didn't even drop until after the update had come out. Reach has just had its 15th anniversary. The game's just brought back Invasion. Now, realistically, that Reach Memorial thing they released, I'd use that as a way to promote Infinite. But instead, it comes up with Master Chief Collection at the end, which I think is crazy. Because, you know, it seems like easy promotion for Infinite. They did a pretty good job on promoting the Halo 3 themed updates. Like, you know, they were like, hey guys, Hayabusa's back. You know, you guys like Hayabusa. Oh, we're bringing all these Halo 3 modes and maps back. You know, you guys like Halo 3. But then they've just brought back Invasion, and they've done no real marketing for it, which I just find bizarre, because Invasion's a really popular mode, and it's only ever been in Reach. Like, it's only ever properly been in Reach, and they finally brought it back, and they've done no promotion. And part of me thinks the only reason they've done that, like, they've not marketed it, is because of the lack of playable elites, because they know realistically, if they do market it, all the comments are just going to be about playable elites. Like, that's the only thing I can think of why they wouldn't, just because they know that the people that still play the game know that Invasion's coming. They know that those people that are still interested in Infinite are going to play and potentially even enjoy Invasion. So I suppose it's a matter of, like, do we even need to market the mode? Because we can try and attract, you know, that sort of broader array of players. We can try and bring players back to the game, or maybe even attract new players to the game. But at the same time, I thought if I went into the menu, it paused the game. At the same time, is it worth dealing with the headache that is the Halo community? I've just done it again. Pause. Falcon was a vehicle worked on for years. I don't see how that's, like, a relevant point, though, in regards to Infinite being abandoned. It was worked on earlier on, then development slowed down for the game because a ton of people lost their jobs. A ton of people were laid off. The company saw a complete restructuring, and then eventually the Falcon was released. And I still don't think that's an entirely finished version of the Falcon. I think some of the animations do look a little bit iffy, but it's still in the game. Regardless of whether or not when that vehicle started development, I don't think detracts from the fact that it is in the game. And I think trying to use that as like a gotcha is just a little bit unfair, really, because that just sort of discredits the work the developers that are still working on the game are currently doing to the game. Right, I wouldn't say necessarily abandoned. What I mean is that most of the team is gone now. Most of the updates are one weapon with a mode. made by the community, including Invasion. I mean, not all of the modes have been made by the community. Some of the Forge maps that have been coming out lately have been made by developers. Some of the Forge modes that have been coming out lately have been made by developers. They're still made in Forge, but some of them are dev-made. This game should have been delayed for 1 more year. Maybe. Read the rest of my messages. Brother. You gotta give me a second. I'm playing a game and reading everyone else's messages. That Reach Anniversary video uses infinite assets, but modified to look like the Reach counterparts. Yeah. Some details on the Falcon are missing, mostly like stickers and grave things. I wouldn't say that necessarily means they're missing, because it's not the exact same version of the Falcon from Reach. Like, it's Infinite's Falcon, it's not Reach's Falcon. I wouldn't expect it to look one-to-one with Reach's Falcon. Hiding Hollow. Shuri weapon with Shuri weapon with modes maps made by the fans can be considered an update, but even the carbine is using the same weapon animations as another weapon. Just because it's using the same animations does not mean it is not a new gun. It reuses Stalker Rifle animations because the Infinite team has no animators. Does that mean the game has been abandoned? Not necessarily. And I know you've retracted your statement about it being abandoned. I know you have. But the carbine, like the MA5K uses the assault rifle animations. It doesn't function like the assault rifle. It functions like an SMG. The fuel rod spanker. Yeah, it uses the spanker animations. Does it look the best? No. Do I like the gun? Yes. Do I enjoy it? Yes. It feels like I'm using the spanker. Like, it feels like the spanker. The one thing it's missing is the bouncing projectiles. But aside from that, it feels like that gun. The Vestige carbine, it feels like the damn carbine. Like, I don't care if it reuses animations, because when I'm looking at it, I mean, it looks different, but like when I'm looking at it and when I'm using it, like, that's the carbine, you know? And it's not the original, it's not the same, it's not supposed to be. That's why it's called the Vestige carbine, not just it's not just it's not the shock rifle. It uses shock rifle animations, but it's not the shock rifle. Alright, buddy, play as an elite or the DLC for Infinite tomorrow and tell me the game isn't being abandoned. How does that make any sense? What, the game doesn't have story DLCs, so that means it's been abandoned? Insane. Monthly updates, but because it's not story DLC, that means the game's abandoned. Like, that doesn't make any sense. If you were to live in my house and I am to feed you and clean you and bathe you and to take care of your basic needs, but I don't buy you cool new toys, does that mean you've been abandoned? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't really make any sense. Next weapon to come out is going to be the light rifle with its own animations. I have not seen any evidence to back up this claim. It got leaked, like other weapons got leaked. Most of those weapons that got leaked were leftover assets from Halo 5. This whole, oh well, it's been leaked. I mean, I made a whole video about it, but we need to stop, guys. Only thing with I've seen Halo 5's light rifle in Infinite's files. There has been videos of it posted.
M808 Scorpion. In pretty good shape, too. Could be useful. If you like that kind of thing.
Oh, I like it.
Well, that broke the hatch immediately. 2 words, dead game. Monthly updates, by the way. Where is this complete transition? Like, where does this hostility come from? Not that long ago, you talked about how you enjoyed Infinite's campaign and how you liked Infinite, but now all of a sudden it's a dead game, and you're being oddly hostile in regards to me just saying the game hasn't been abandoned because it still gets updates. Fumbling.
Do you see that? One M808 Scorpion in pretty good shape
So
too.
we beat the side mission, and then we can play matchmaking.
If you like that
Or we can play invasion.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, that's a stupid camo elite down, I think. Invasion is a ton of fun. It is. Like the fact they've made like a whole new UI system that forgers can use. That is obviously for like been used for invasion. Like I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. Is that it? Are we done?
Ransom Keep is officially offline. We did it, Chief. Well, you did it. We should really
Hi, Blair. Well, fans when they don't get everything they want within a single nanosecond of the game coming out. Like, I'm not going to pretend that there isn't a lot of things about Infinite's live service that I found disappointing. You know, a lot of these things we're getting now are things that I don't necessarily think should have been there at launch, but should have been there within those first few months. You know, like within that first year, like we should have been getting updates like that consistently, but we weren't. You know, season 1 was 6 months long. Season 2 was 6 months long, and then we had the winter update, which was like a season 2.5. Sometimes people say that the winter update is still season 2. I didn't really consider it as season 2. It was its own thing. It had its own battle pass. It had its own, you know, major update. But we had the winter update, which was 3 months, and then from there we went on to typical seasonal length. Season 3, 3 months long. Season 4, 3 months long. Season 5, you know, then had its operations, and then we've had the operations cycle since then, which still operates on a seasonal cycle. You get 3 operations, 1 each month, and then you get a major update every 3 months with smaller updates in between. Like how Infinite's live service is now, I do wish it was like that from day one, where we were getting new sandbox items, new maps, modes, etc. I'm gonna have to restart my game. Like that's how I wish it was from day one. But the fact that Infinite has a smaller team now, the studio has been restructured. Like, you know, Infinite already went through development hell, and then the game comes out. They take a little bit of a vacation. Things are broken, but then a load of the team was laid off. So updating the game was hard because, you know, barely anyone was there to work on it. And now the team that is still there, definitely a smaller team, but they've got a good workflow on the game. They are delivering content. They're working with the community to deliver community-made content too, alongside dev stuff. Most of that dev stuff is cosmetics. Like, we're not going to, you know, I'm not gonna shy away from that. The game gets, you know, a pretty sizable amount of armor and stuff per update. But to claim that every update is purely customization stuff, I think is unfair. Right? Like, you know, we've had... So this operation's just come out. It's brought out 3 brand new armor sets. One of which can be unlocked for free. Entirely for free. They brought back some older stuff that you can unlock on the exchange. All of this is free, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Sorry, no, there's 4 armor sets as well, because there's the one on the Operation Pass, which, you know, is also free. So 2 of those 4 sets are free. Alongside that, we've got Invasion. Now, I believe 1 or 2 of these maps are made by the devs. It might be potentially Crash Out and Wavelength. And I am only suspecting those 2 because they're the only ones that don't have the heat map. But I could be wrong. The UI for the Invasion mode was done by the devs, you know, like, and that's going to make Forge content so much better. That new UI that we can use for things like Invasion, that's going to make things so much better for Infinite game modes. It'll probably massively improve the search and deploy mode too. But like, you know, the update we had a couple months ago, you know, we had Operation Shadows. Come with a bunch of new armor, new 50 tier pass, new weapon models, customization updates in regards to being able to put coatings on new weapons. We had the Falcon and the Vestige Carbine, 2 sandbox editions. Famished Falcons, which was pretty fun. I think the Famished Falcons map maybe dev made. And we also had Banished Slayer, which is just a Slayer variant, but it's a new mode. It was a good update. The 3 months prior, we had the Mutilator. Mutilator is one of the best weapons to ever be added to a Halo game. It is so fun. Wait, was it really? Where did you find this out? Which part are you talking about? Sorry. Microsoft's last chance to push Infinite when they released Infection. After they missed that chance, I knew there would be no marketing push until the next game. I don't think that's necessarily what I believe their last chance would have been. There has been several chances. For example, a couple months ago, we had that little Xbox showcase. Infinite was not mentioned during that. They mentioned the fishing update for Fallout 76. Infinite was just a couple days away from getting its brand new Halo 3 update, which added the Hayabusa helmet, EOD armor for free, Griff Ball, a bunch of Halo 3 maps. That trailer, that like 30-second or 1-minute trailer that they had for that update, I would have put in that Xbox showcase. Because a lot of people were watching it, I would have put that trailer there to promote this Halo 3 update, and I can guarantee people would have been excited. But they didn't do that. They've had multiple chances since they've stopped doing seasons to promote this game. There's been multiple Xbox showcases that have been at a similar time to an upcoming Infinite update, but they choose not to promote it, and I don't get why. Okay, some of the other games, like usually Sea of Thieves, when it has an update shown off, or Elder Scrolls Online, their updates that get shown off are pretty big compared to Infinite. But the Halo 3 one, that is one I would have promoted. That is one I would have absolutely promoted, but they didn't, which I think is really dumb. The fact the devs made the Invasion Raidal menu and the 2 maps. The 2 maps, I also think they're the only 2 which on the trailer it shows the maps, but it doesn't credit the forgers that made them, and I believe that's because they were dev made. Microsoft is scared of hate comments for Infinite. I really doubt it. I don't see why they'd care. They get hate comments about everything else. Hang on, where's the trailer? Let me get this up real quick. So if I... Wrong one. Nope, wrong one. Where's my other monitor? Interesting. Okay, you know, that's fine. We'll just... go up there. Drag that over here. So if we have a quick look at the Warpath trailer. So, straight away, they show off Breakpoint. Credits the forgers. Credits all the people that have worked on it. And then... Crash Out. Crash Out doesn't credit anyone. Which, I think if it was made by community forgers, you know. Also, when you look at the credits, it says 2 dev and 2 forge smithy. Like if I just pull that up in game real quick. Like 99% sure this one's dev made. And then Wavelength, I think same thing. Commander Coulson, 2 forge smithy, 2 dev. I'm pretty sure these are both dev made. They're the only 2 that are not credited in the trailer. Recovery tells you the forges. That's the Lancer armor set. Wavelength also doesn't say anyone. Exhumed credits the forges. Last Road credits the forges. Exhumed was worked on by Max Extra, who is, I think, a dev, unless he's no longer a dev. but I'm pretty sure Max Extra is a Halo employee. At least he was. So, yes, 2 of the maps are dev made, and one was presumably also worked on by devs. Lost Road again also tells you who worked on it. And obviously the UI, that's not something that you can make in Forge. So that would have been... and you could just check in the customs menu. I mean, I did. I was just also saying, you know, that they weren't credited in thingy. Any map have no credits is made by the studio. If that has credits to regular Forges. I know it does, Blair! I know! I'm looking at it right there! But I was just backing it up by showing the trailer. Halo Infinite looks so plasticky, I don't know why. I can't say that I agree. I suppose it depends which part of Infinite you're looking at. Yes, it is absolutely cool that devs still working on maps. But again, people don't want to talk about that because they'd rather push this narrative that, you know, it's all community-made content. And the weapons they get added don't count because they're not... Because they reuse animations. They look completely different, but they reuse animations, so they don't count. Right, is anyone after joining? Because we are going to start matchmaking. You just came back to the conversation, fair enough. But the invasion menu is something that you can make in Forge. They added that feature to the Forge update a long time ago. I believe they specifically spoke about the... hang on. The UI in a Halo Waypoint blog when the operation come out. You can't make UI like that in Forge. Like, you can customize that UI in Forge, but what I mean is the UI for Invasion, like that radial menu type, was recently added with the last major operation that Forges can now use. Where is Operation Warpath? Which one was it? Which one was it added with? Operation Shadows, right? Maybe it wasn't on Operation Shadows. Unless it doesn't say on this blog. Flash Slayer, Flash Falcons, Vestige Carbine. Doesn't mention anything but Forge stuff in this one, but I could have sworn it was. Fall update 2025 Infinite's copy in here. Forge updates. Yeah, Radal menu. Starts in Operation I'll just get it up. I'll just get it up on stream. But yeah, so obviously this radial menu was added by the developers. So, you know, when people are like, oh, it's just cosmetics, it's all they are, like, it's just a lie. But, you know. Right, anyone that's after joining, should be a message on Xbox or just join the lobby. I should be appearing online, I think. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It was added with... Oh, yeah. I mean, it was added with Shadows, but the first mode to implement it is Invasion. So, obviously, the UI template was dev-made, but it can be used by Forgers. But Invasion is the first mode to utilize that UI. He's not online. He said he'd be on tonight. I'm hurt. How you doing, Switch Boy? Have you played Borderlands 4? I have not. I have no intention of buying it, at least not right now. Maybe if it goes on sale one day. Has anyone tried Ranked Legacy Playlist? I've yet to try it. Is it fun? I have not. I don't play Ranked. I played Ranked when Season 1 came out. And I played a bit of Ranked when the Ranked Squad Battle come out. Not really touched Ranked since. Is Ranked Squads even still in the game? Ranked Doubles, Ranked Slayer, Ranked Marina, no Ranked Squads. Interesting. Thingy and Rumble Pit. Which playlist was Famished Falcon? I still can't believe they got rid of Normal Juggernaut. Is it Action Sack that it's in, isn't it? No. I thought they put Famished Falcons in another playlist. Oh well. Right, is anyone else joining quickly before we start a match? I want to play Halo 5 matchmaking, but it takes so long to find a match. I suppose it depends on the mode. With the Banished Carapace weapon coating, I'm literally using it on every single weapon. Is that the red one that come with the Needler? Right, I'm going to start the queue. Anyone else that wants to join, message me on Xbox, and I will get you in. I'm assuming everyone that wants to currently join is in the lobby. The lobby is also public. You should just be able to join. It's open, so you should be able to just hop in. Which Halo Sniper is the most OP in the series? If we don't include variants, because otherwise the answer would obviously be the Nornfang. I would honestly say Infinites is a pretty strong contender, especially with the vehicles and stuff having weak points. The Halo Infinite Sniper can tear through vehicles. It tears through them, and it's honestly depressing. I hate the Sniper being an anti-vehicle weapon. I know it technically makes sense, but it's really dumb. Sergeant Blair's joined. But he was already here. For me to Halo 4 for one reason, no D-scope. That's fair. That is pretty fair. I like Halo 4. I like no D-scope. I hate D-scope. I hate D-scope so much. So annoying. I know I'm in the minority with that. It's just so annoying. Me when I'm a super soldier, but I've been shot, so I can't look down my scope anymore. I think Halo 2 all reaches. Halo 2's is easy to use and reaches ever so slightly harder, but does all the anti-vehicle damage like it does in Infinite. Also fair. That was a close one. Ooh, hello, Convergence Bulldog. Goodbye, Convergence Bulldog. Is Halo Infinite's Invasion playlist similarly fun compared to Halo Reach's Invasion in your opinion? Yes. Yes, it is. As far as the mode itself goes, it's pretty damn similar. Obviously, it's got new maps. Some of those new maps have new invasion gimmicks. Like, one of them has a payload escort. And I like that. I think that works for Invasion. I think it works for an Invasion-type mode. Yes, there is no playable elites. The game plays exactly how you would expect Invasion to play. It still carries over the loadout system. It's got, you know, the factions, the different weapon types. It's fun. It's really fun. And also, I like Reach. Invasion is potentially my favourite Halo Reach mode. I prefer Infinite's gameplay. I don't know. I think Infinite's gameplay is just better than Reach's. That's not to say that I think Infinite is a better game, but I think it has more enjoyable gameplay. So I just think, yeah, Infinite's Invasion is pretty solid. I'm not saying it's better than Reach's. Reach does have the edge because it has playable elites, and I think that just adds to the fun of the mode. It adds to the themes. It adds to, you know, it makes them more enjoyable. Halo Infinite Loser Night, so true. How you doing, Logan? But yes, I think in summary, it's fun. Next Halo game should be playable. Real. Am I the only one who thinks that multiplayer should not be lore accurate? Like, yeah, you're a Spartan, but no sprints and D-scope just plays better. Infinite's campaign does D-scope well, and when your shields are down and adds sprint, so it's lore accurate. Yeah, I think I don't think the multiplayer needs to be lore accurate. I think that's, you know, silly. I like the multiplayer having a narrative, but it, like, you know. But what about him? What loadout do I want? Because I definitely don't want this one. Take the thruster and the MA5K. I need to take this weapon model off. I keep forgetting. Thank you, Washed Up Grunt, for subscribing. I feel like really sluggish, like I am playing like garbage, dude. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, they're absolutely destroying us. When you get washed, true. What am I actually doing? Okay, I'm going positive. I am the second highest on our team. It could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse. So this part's payload push now, which is kind of cool. I like that. It's different, but it still fits with invasion, I would say. Hello, Arcane Sentinel Beam. Watch me get 0 kills with this. Well, they've got to come down here. Have you dabbled in Arena lately? Truthfully, not a fan of Arena. Arena is just, like, don't get me wrong, big team modes can get sweaty. Arena just kind of pushes that line a bit too much for me. I just want sword. But no, I've not played a ton of Arena. I played a bit of Banished Slayer when that released. And Famished Falcons is not an Arena mode. Banished Slayer is probably the last Arena mode I've played. I only really play Arena Customs because it's just casual when you're playing with like friends, or you know, when we do these game nights and stuff. It's the only time I ever really touch Arena. I just think matchmaking Arena is just too sweaty for me. Nowadays when I come on Infinite, I have to try and keep it as casual as possible because it does get on my nerves. I did play some Halo 3 playlist, obviously, and depending who I'm on with, I might touch Arena. Sounds wrong saying it like that. I might play Arena on occasion, but it's not super frequent. It's not super frequent that happens. It really depends on the mood. Where'd that sword go? There we go. Ooh. That's... It's fine. That's fine. We all make mistakes. It's what makes us human. Guys, did anyone see the short I posted today? Not the Rivals one. The what if Halo 2 was a bad anime dub. Oh, I saw him on the good, don't be like me. I play too much Arena and now I can barely stand the thought of playing casual Halo at the moment. I played Arena quite a bit when the game came out. I always lean more towards big team modes. I've always preferred big team modes. But I used to play a lot more Arena than I do now. But I'm past my prime with Infinite. I have a good game every now and again. That's about it. We're all getting stomped, dude. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. No, never mind. Thought the damage over time was going to get me. It did not. Oh. Did I just... Someone... Come on. 10 seconds. Got a clutch. We'll try. We'll try. 4, 3, 2. I think they wiped us out. They wiped us out. Have we still got anyone over there? Oh. Come on. How is that still under enemy control? There's no one there. There's no one here. I don't know if it's possible to clutch. Unless the game's display one, but it's still on 1 second. There's no one here. Does anyone have a threat sensor? Is there someone with camo on the point? Even then though, there's multiple of us on. It's contesting, so it shouldn't. Okay. Oh yeah, no, because we're moving backwards. Oh, I think it's bugged. I don't think we can win. Don't think we can. We should have won that. Yeah, the game did not want us to win. We can at least aim for a tie, I suppose. The game forced us to lose. It did. The point was moving back. We had 1 second left. It was moving back. We had control. But the game was still saying the enemy had control, despite the fact it wasn't moving in their direction. Oh, I'll take your ME5K though, Fellet. Magpie's so good, they had to rig the game. Surreal. Oh, where am I being shot from? Good. I don't want to use. I prefer using the Mangler, but at the same time, camo is just so busted that there's just no need. Is the bulldog here? Or is someone taking it? No, it's here.
Capturing zone.
This bulldog is so insane, dude. Incredibly easy cap.
Zone captured. Assault.
I'll take the spray. I'll take the spray. Your latest video is the first I've heard of Halo Studios using custom version of Unreal, and so that gives me a lot more hope for Unreal to work. Yeah, I believe that's they speak about that in the New Dawn video. Like they've been working with Epic. That's why there's the Epic Games guy that's there, and he says in the video, and like, you know, maybe he is just glazing them because he's not gonna say, oh, the Halo doesn't look very good in Unreal. He basically said it's one of the best things he's seen in Unreal Engine ever. So I'm hopeful, you know. Okay. I have to jump out because I won't use this mutilator. Play that. Oh, can I at least reset bomb time it? Ooh. Let's spawn it. There was a campaign variant for a second then. Oh, poo. We'll get the New Dawn video up in a minute, so we can look through it, because if I am wrong about the custom Unreal thing, then I'm gonna seem really stupid. But I'm like 99% sure they've been working with Epic, and they're working on like a modified version of Unreal to better suit Halo. Like, it's still Unreal 5, but it's you know, modified to suit Halo's needs more. I really thought that would bounce in the direction. Should I Uber Eats Burger King or no? How much do you like Burger King? How much is it going to cost you? How much money do you have? Do you think it's something you should spend your money on? I Uber Eats a Burger King the other day. It was very nice. I got like a ridiculous amount of money off too for some reason. It was beautiful. Rest in peace, that guy. I mean, they'll fork it regardless, epic or no epic. I imagine you mean, like, modify it, because I'm reading fork it, and I'm just reading it as, like, they'll fuck it. You cheeky boy, you cheeky boy. Cheeky devil. Game kicked me. There goes my career rank points. That's rough. It's rough, my friend. Ow! Ouch! Right. So if I... anyone else has to join in, again, you know what to do. Alright, I'm just going to switch over to my PC.
Take one, Mark.
This is Casey Wu, take one, Mark.
I was told that I can just be my authentic self, Chris.
For 6 years, I don't want to be in front of a camera.
There's so much to do and so much fun to be had when you play Halo that I feel like I never run out of things to do.
I love intricate stories that take place across lots of different worlds, have lots of different meaningful characters.
What made Halo successful at the beginning? What is the legacy of Halo, and what's the soul that we want to bring forward, and what's the craft of making Halo games, and how do we set our studio at best to go deliver on that?
We knew we had to make a change in order to take us into the future.
When I first heard about Halo moving to Unreal Engine, my first thought was, this is going to be a really hard secret to keep.
I think fans are going to be excited about the future of Halo because of the possibilities that are afforded us by using Unreal.
Before, we really had to split our focus in thinking about building an engine, supporting it, being really kind of a tech company and a studio at the same time. Since we've made the change to shift to UE, we can bring Halo forward in ways that people have never seen before while still being true to what Halo is.
The chief of staff lady no longer works at the studio. This is the first and last time showing up in a video for Halo. Is that Melissa Boone? I really hope she didn't feel the need to leave because of all the people that were being really horrible towards it.
Unreal 5.
New studio art director Chris came to me and said, hey, I have this crazy idea.
He said, hey, there's this thing called Project Foundry that I want to do. Let's make it happen.
Foundry specifically is based around the same concept of the Foundry in Halo lore. It's the place where Halo rings are born. It's not a game, it's a research project for our studio so we can prepare ourselves for the next steps of making Halo games.
Dude, like, if the next Halo game looks this good, because this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is... If the next Halo game looks this good, man, I will be so happy. I will be so happy. If we get flood environments that look like this, I will be so happy.
The original Halo franchise was a graphics showcase. It was best in class. That's what Halo was when it first was released, and that's what Halo needs to be again.
Like... He's so pretty. He's so pretty.
So once Project Foundry had been approved, we took the entire creative team and we ideated on 3 locations, something old, something new, and something really alien.
We had the Pacific Northwest, which is sort of traditional Halo biome.
We were trying to shove as much foliage in there as humanly possible to make it really feel like you're on a hike in the, Cascades.
The Cold Lands, which was the second biome that we took on, it was more of a technical showcase where we could play with shaders, we could play with deformable landscapes and terrains. Unreal affords us more opportunity than we've ever had in the past.
On the surface, it might just look all like snow, but how many layers of things combine to really give that winter look?
And then our third biome was the Blightlands, which is any land that's been completely taken over by the flood.
I wanted to give our team the opportunity to really express an alien world, a really alien world, taking something way further than they may have actually done in previous Halo games.
What's impressed me about watching the Halo team work in Unreal is how beautiful everything looks, how incredible.
I'm hoping the October announcement is good, man. I'm
I don't
praying.
think we've seen anything quite like it in Unreal Engine before.
Fortunately, we have a studio that's really passionate about Halo, about the look and the feel, and I think there's a lot of.
I do hope they lean
hunger to
into
really
CE's
collaborate,
blues
to
and
move
purples skin
forward
look really
together.
distinct. Yeah,
Foundry was an initiative that touched on every part of the creative process. Everything from concept art, VFX, characters, vehicles, and weapons to make the future games of Halo.
creating an asset, taking this design, now we can really dig into material.
Oh, look at like the
foundations.
scratches. There's
What is it
fingerprints.
actually made of? How
There's
does it physically
fingerprints on the
attach
texture.
it, to the world. Now we get to take all the wonderful legacy assets that we have, bring them to life, and bring them
That
to
energy, it looks like
today's
plasma
standards.
encased in energy.
We are really excited to be not just working on multiple projects, but also expanding our studio.
As a lifelong Halo
Multiple projects. They say it again there. Multiple
player, I think
projects.
the game's only going to get better when we get those new, unique perspectives and people bring in their expertise and passion for the Halo franchise.
We are looking for new talent as the projects that we're working on kind of get further and further into their development cycles.
And it is great to be part of a team that's growing because you can kind of see that force multiplied as people come in and
Looks
take on
phenomenal, bro.
challenges and you can do
Gas
more.
increased in energy.
Imagine a
so-
place where you have
Gas
to
encased in
admit
energy, actually.
that this is what we want to do, Halo games.
You know what I mean?
And create those experiences. And you can express your talent,
It's beautiful.
your
It's beautiful. The music is
creativity,
also
and
amazing.
professional
100%.
ambitions in that place.
We're looking for designers, we're looking for artists, we're looking for engineers.
It feels like a new beginning for the studio in a lot of ways, and I think that's pretty rare.
And I think we arrived now at a point where you see the beginnings of people to start to believe in the process.
There's so much momentum that we have.
You can
right
see how
now,
much
and
passion
focus
is,
and
like,
clarity
how
on not just what
passionate
we're
all the
building,
developers
but
are
why
here
we're
too.
building, and kind of this next phase of Halo.
The worlds that we're building, the stories that we're going after.
The potential at Halo right now is huge.
Halo Infinite was the last remnants of how we made Halo games in the past. That was our recipe. And what we are doing right now, we're changing that recipe.
Okay. I don't know why I remember them saying they have a modified. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that they're working on like a modified version of UE5. They have one of the Epic Games guys here. Like, he works at Epic. But I'm pretty sure, I guess they don't mention it in the video, but I remember reading it. Maybe I'm stupid. 343 original Halo music is clean. I don't get the hate. Absolutely. I don't understand, man. But last time we'll see Pierre. You're going to see him in October. I'd be flabbergasted if you didn't see him in October. But yeah. Either way, exciting time to be a Halo fan. Very exciting time. Just keep saying the Blair joined. Every person is Sergeant Blair now. You're all. There's a little bit of Sergeant Blair in all of us. Was there anything new, or was that the old Unreal 5 showcase? Yeah, that was the last showcase. That was the New Dawn one. We won't hear anything new until October. October 26th, I believe. But yes, did anyone have a chance to see the video I made today, the short from earlier? Not just my big long commentary slop. My Halo 2 if it was a bad anime dub. Right. Yeah, it hurt me. Oh yeah, I saw that. Right. Okay. I need like actual like thoughts on that type of thing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it hurt me internally sitting there and doing those stupid voices. I was kind of happy with the Gravemind one. I thought the Gravemind one was pretty good. I was just gonna do something really silly, like I am the monument of your sins, like do like a nerd voice. But for some reason, I just thought like, nah, I want to do like an actual Gravemind impression, and I was actually kind of happy with the Gravemind voice. Now the plan is to maybe do one or two more of those for Halo 2, and then move on to do it for other games, if people enjoy it. If people enjoy it, obviously. I thought you used a filter for the Gravemind one, it was really good. No, so I did the impression. The only thing that is modified is I slightly modified the pitch. It is very, very slightly edited. But it wasn't like a filter, I just edited the pitch a little bit. I mean, the Arbiter was just trying to do a Vegeta impression, like a really crappy Vegeta impression. And Chiefs was obviously a really crappy Deku impression. But no, I had fun making it. It hurt, but it was also fun. But is it something people want to see more of? I just wanted to pick up the Bangalore. Whatever, man. Whatever. He keeps jumping back like he's going to be able to ninja me. I'm not close enough, dude. I might be washed.
Bomb reset. 1 minute remaining.
I want to switch back to the Ravager. Then again, there's not enough time left in the match. Oh, I don't even have the bomb, do I? If Halo comes to PlayStation, what do you think will be the Platinum Trophy? I don't play on my PlayStation enough to actually know what, like, the deal with Platinum Trophies are, other than being something that's, like, really hard to get. So, honestly, I don't know. Another one through there. Oh, the bomb's in here. Well, it's over there. It's gonna be a fun match. I can spy. Floating Warthog was there? I would like to see Halo try and implement gyro controls. I just don't see why that would be necessary for Halo. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I also don't see it being something I'd ever use. Remember how Call of Duty used to be controlled on the Wii? Ooh. Ooh. When did I click on this? Oh, they've capped already. Wonderful. I love this game when it fucking works. Initiates the teleport. But it just doesn't. I just die. Wonderful. Were many of these weapon models meant to be original weapons before turning into... No. There is not a single weapon model in the game that was intended to be a weapon. There is weapon models that people look at that think should have been, because they look like they could have been other weapons, but there is not any weapon models that were intended to be other weapons. I just think it's funny, like let's, you know, the Banished battle rifle, for example. That battle rifle model, if you know the one I'm on about, looks drastically different to the battle rifle. It was always intended to be a battle rifle weapon model, but I think it should have been its own one. you know, like a banished equivalent to the battle rifle, some kind of, you know, longer ranged mangler type of thing. This is a really fun match. This is really fun. I really like that we're up against the sweatiest people on the planet. Like, that looks like it should have been. The thing is, even if they made it its own weapon, it would have shared animations with the battle rifle, and people would complain and say that it's lazy. But no, there is no weapon models that were intended to be other guns. All of the weapon models are exactly what they were supposed to be, which is weapon cosmetics. I have hopes we are getting a colour wheel for Halo Infinite. Why? They're still releasing new coatings. Why would you think that? Like for Infinite? They deployed them all. I was hoping this was going to be the end of the match, so I can go to bed. This probably will be the last one, by the way, just because this match is really stressing me out, and I don't want to. You know, it's getting late, and the last thing I want to be doing is getting angry at the game while it's getting late. You know. What? Sure. What? I mean, why not? You know. Let me pick a load out, please. For the final update, we can customize the colour of our spawns for free. I've seen nothing that would indicate that they are planning to do that. That would be great, that would be wonderful. Zero evidence that that'll be something that happens, though. I think you meant Blitz. I get it, well, you're here. I get it! I get it! You've played 1 billion matches, well done! How would you design the monetization for the next Halo game? Similar to Marvel Rivals. If we go based on the fact that the next game is free to play, because realistically, once you've gone free to play, you can't go back. Because when there's a free Halo game there, most people are going to want to stick to that. A lot of people played Infinite because it was free to play. I think going back to a paid game, depending, like, is in for the multiplayer, I think it's just not a great idea, personally. So, if we look at it that way, like, dude, I'm getting killed by the same 2 people, and it's both the hero ranks. They're the only 2 people on that team killing me. So, like Marvel Rivals, which isn't too different to Infinites, right? I'm gonna make it. You're so lame, your energy showing you can't feel like a fucking coward. Anyway, no Ivy. Take a nice little beautiful screenshot there. So, personally, I would have it be like Marvel Rivals, where, everything is, like, there is still a shop, okay? There is still a shop, similar to how there is now. But there is 2 currencies. Your premium currency, credits. Your free currency, Spartan points. Everything in the shop can be purchased with both of those currencies. And that's how I would do it. So everything can be unlocked for free. But obviously it's going to be a grind. You're going to have to grind for the stuff you want. I'd have it where every challenge awards Spartan points. Every single one. So it gives you 150 XP, 150 Spartan points. 100 XP and 100 Spartan points. But if every armor set could be unlocked in an exchange-esque system, like Scanner, where, like, I think Scanner's a great example. You can unlock the entire armor set for free. It costs 86,000, which is a considerable jump from the 1,600 in the shop. But it can be earned for free. You can grind for that. Now, if every armor set was like that, where you could either unlock the whole armor set, or preferably where you can unlock each piece individually, I would prefer to be able to unlock the pieces individually. But if you had the option to unlock everything for free via the exchange or something like that, I think that would be so much better. And that is what I would like the monetization to be like in the next game. But on that note, I'm going to wrap that up. That was a very stressful match. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.